It's the worst video I've ever made. Oh my god, I can't make. Oh, why am I so fucking awkward? Bro.
You are the stranger in the corner on the second floor. You're the girl next door, the girl next door. The stranger in the corner on the second floor.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Charisma. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm going to be talking about business today. Business. So, here's a little background on why we're talking about business. So, I have been working on starting up my own boutique slash beauty supply. I don't really know what really to call it, because I sell multiple things. I sell cosmetics, hair, clothing, things like that. So I've been really searching for a lot of vendors and getting a lot of information about how to start up my business and things of that such. And since I'm going ahead and I'm starting I'm gonna get started up, I thought I'd go ahead and help out the girlies out there who are also wanting to start their business. So in this video, we're going to be talking about clothing vendors, but there will be more videos talking about hair vendors, lash vendors, accessory vendors, shoe vendors, things of that such. And so I'm going to tell you how to find a vendor,
how to talk to vendors, what questions you should ask, what methods there are for what methods there are when dealing with
vendors. I'll get into it all. And then I'm also going to give you a couple of vendors that I have on my list. So, with most of these vendors, you will need to go ahead and have your business license or permit, which I will also be making a video about on how to get your business started up legally. We'll look at the legal side of things, and we'll talk about registering your business and all of that stuff like that. What permits you need, what forms you're going to need, who you're going to need to talk to, things of that such. And so, with that being said, I would also like to let you all know that I am speaking about Texas specifically because I am from Texas and I know the Texas laws and regulations because that is what I had to study and learn to start up my own business. I'm sorry, I had to fix that. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and get started. So first things first, finding vendors. So when you are looking for vendors, you can go to multiple platforms to find one. So the number one platform that's probably one of the easiest platforms is Instagram. Instagram is a really easy way to find vendors. And I know you're thinking like, what? Instagram, it's just like a swamp of like people. Like what? You are able to find their pages through tags and things of that such. Like some of these vendors I found just looking up clothing wholesale or clothing vendors or clothes suppliers and things like that, or wholesale suppliers, things like that. You can find them that way. Another easy way is to go to Google and just Google it, and you'll find many of them. But that is a harder way, in my opinion, because when you are Googling something, you get a lot of stuff there. So it's kind of hard to like pick which ones you're looking for or find which ones you're looking for. I'm sorry. And so that can be difficult, but luckily for you, I've pretty much done the research for you. So I can give you a few pointers, a few tips, and point you in the right direction. Excuse me, had to hydrate. So next, I'm going to be telling you guys about how to communicate with vendors. Once you find the vendors through like Instagram, Google, Facebook, however you find them, because there's so many ways to find them. Once you find them, most of them will use WhatsApp or WhatsApp. Most of them will use that app to communicate because most of these vendors are not American vendors. You will find a few who are, and with those you can just email them. It's just easier for them to communicate with you through email. However, if you want to speak with the vast majority of these vendors, you're going to need that app. It is so that you can contact them long distance without having any extra charges or fees to your plan. That's how I communicate with most of my vendors. It's a really great app and I really love it. So most of them, you'll communicate with them through that. Some of them you can do email. Some of them you can message them through their own page. It's just all dependent on the vendor. However, I will let you know right now, you will need WhatsApp if you're going to speak to these vendors and like I'm trying to think of the word, but that's not the word I'm looking for. But filter them out. If you're going to like fill them out and stuff like that and figure out which ones you want to work with, you're definitely going to need WhatsApp because you will find so many great vendors who use that app already. So next, we're going to talk about what questions you should ask, or no, I'm going to talk about the methods of wholesale. So the number one method that everyone already knows is wholesale, where you buy the items in bulk and you store the inventory yourself. That is a great way to do it. But when you are just starting out, I personally recommend drop shipping. That is where the items are yours. They will put your name on it, whatever else you want on it. But you do not have to carry the inventory. They will store the inventory, handle all the shipping for you. And the money that you make with drop shipping. So let's say the wholesale item is $3. You can sell that for 2 or 3 times more than that. So mine's, I kind of like from wholesale I multiply by 3. So if it's $3, you're gonna sell it for $15.
Sell it for $15.
And that difference is the money that you make. So that is a really good way to do it, in my opinion, especially when you are just starting out. Yeah, so dropshipping is what I recommend for beginners, because you can make your money, and then once you have a good amount saved up or that you're making from your business, you can go to wholesale. Or you can keep drop shipping, whatever works for you. It's all dependent on you. And I'm not going to say like when you're a beginner, like you must do drop shipping. Absolutely not. If you can do wholesale and you want to do wholesale, do it. I really recommend drop shipping if you're going to do online solely. Just online, period, done, that's it. That's when I would recommend drop shipping to you. Because like I said, you don't have the inventory. They ship it directly to the customer. They'll put your names and your labels on your items, things of that such. And if you're like a boutique or something like that, or you have a storefront, that is when you would probably want to do wholesale, because you're going to need your inventory, you know? So nothing wrong with that. And if you're doing it online solely and you wanted to do it wholesale, you could do that too. It's whatever makes you feel comfortable. It's whatever you want to do. That's the most important thing with starting a business. Make sure you feel comfortable and secure in what you're doing. If wholesale makes you feel secure because you can see the items, you can feel the items, that's great. Do it. However, with drop shipping, you can still buy the items. They will allow you to buy the items for yourself, so that you can model them if you like. You can test them out, see how you like them. Make sure you want to go with this vendor to begin with. Make sure that everything is true to size, or true-ish to size, because everybody's body is different. So true-ish to size, like if you like how they look, how they fit, like a large is a large, small is a small, medium is a medium. You know what I mean? So you can do that as well. They will allow that. There's nothing wrong with that. But also, if you kind of just like, you're like, okay, no, I trust them, whatever. They can send you pictures, or you can ask for pictures to put on your website. Some of them even have pictures on the site that you can just download. They have like a section where you can just download the pictures of the outfits that you want. Cool beans. I like it. I personally, I like it because on my page currently, I'm dealing with a vendor. I have ordered some clothing from them that I'm going to be wearing and stuff like that. I'm going to model them. My friends are going to model them. My parents and my sister's going to model them, stuff like that. But for now, I have the pictures that they have given to me on my site, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just really up to you. But like I said, I'm going to be switching my pictures out, or adding. I'm not really even going to switch them out. I'm just going to add my pictures as well to my website, so that you guys can so that I can just be a model. So like it fits this certain way on me, because I've never seen a model with my body type personally. So that'd be something cute to add on my site. But anyway, let me get back to this and not my website. Ooh. I definitely recommend drop shipping. I definitely recommend wholesale. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Next, I'm going to be giving you guys a couple of vendors that I have looked into. I think two of them on this list that I actually use. I'm not going to tell you which ones, obviously, but there's two on this list that I actually use. So the first one that I recommend is Emma Cloth. So if you've ever shopped with Romwe, you know what I'm trying to say, shoot. If you ever shopped at that store, that is their wholesaler. That is the wholesale version. So they have some really cute items. Those items are kind of like, if you've ever tried on like Romwe clothes and stuff like that, I've actually did a video where I tried on some of their clothing. Some of it is it's a little bit on the small side. So with that, I definitely recommend that you try to try to get some of those items just to see, because some of them may run small, some of them may run big. Their sizing is a little confusing, I guess. So it's still a good wholesale site. They offer drop shipping as well, as do I think most of these. I think only a couple of them don't. But yeah, they offer drop shipping. They offer wholesale. You can buy in bulk. They also have a WhatsApp number on their site as well as an email that you can contact. With that one, if you want to have pictures, they have when you look at the clothing and things like that, they will have the pictures and stuff for you to download on the page when you go and look at those items. So that is helpful, that's useful, stuff like that. And it's just like the app Romry. So I personally pretty much like it because the vendor is pretty much, they're kind of hands off. So you just sign up, and with this one you don't even need like your business license or nothing like that yet. You just sign up and get to work. And just like with them, to let them know that it's a drop shipping order, that's all you have to put in the you have to put that in the order description or note, the note. You got to put that in the note that this is a drop ship order. I believe you can ask them like if you can put your logo and stuff on it or something, or if you can put something like a business card or something in the box to let them know that it is your product. I believe you can ask them for that. But I would definitely like probably get in contact with them and double check that. The next, okay, so now I'm gonna move on. So the next one I have on this list is Fashion Nova. Yes, Fashion Nova does wholesale. They do not offer drop shipping, unfortunately, but they do offer wholesale. And I haven't done too much research on them just because I knew I wasn't going to use them. So I don't know like the minimum order requirement or nothing like that. They don't even really have a set program for it. You can just contact them and let them know that you want to do wholesaling and they will work with you. If that's what you want to do. So there's that. And of course, most people have, already gotten at least one thing from like Fashion Nova, one way or the other, you know. So, if you're a person who really likes Fashion Nova clothing and stuff like that, there you go. Fashion Nova does wholesale. And like I said, I don't have too much information on them, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move on. So the next we have is Alibaba. That is the most basic vendor. Well, they're not even a vendor, but they're a vendor site. You can find a multitude of vendors through that app. One of the vendors that I found is actually, one of the vendors that I use is actually through Alibaba. So you can actually find so many good vendors, great vendors, on that site. You can find so many vendors on that site who will work with you. They will give you you can chat with them through the site without any charges or any fees or anything like that. And it is a secure connection. So you don't have to worry about like any of your information getting leaked or anything like that. And most of the time when vendors send you like money requests, it's through PayPal. So definitely go ahead and have like a PayPal setup or something like that, because that is how most of them will charge you or invoice you. And that's definitely how they do it through Alibaba, vast majority of the time. Sometimes they'll take like Western Unions, stuff like that. They even have like Alipay, which is like from AliExpress. So some of them do Alipay. So that's just depending on the vendor, you know. So the next vendor I have is Bell Wholesale or CBR Style. These are two different sites, but they are the same site, if that makes sense. They're pretty much the same vendor. They have the exact same items. And I don't think there's any price difference or anything like that. So it's pretty much just the same site with a different name. So there's a load, but it's pretty much, yeah, the same thing. I don't have too much information on this vendor either. I don't have too much information on this vendor either, unfortunately, but I would definitely check them out. I think for this one, the reason I don't know a whole lot of information about this vendor is because you have to have your business license and stuff like that. And I just was not going to do all that extra work for a vendor I already knew I wasn't going to use. Well, I can't even say I wasn't going to use them because I really don't even know too much of what they had, because every time I went to look at something, it was like, oh, you need to register before you can even look. So honestly, that might be a good one, because most of the good vendors are the ones that are like super standoffish. Well, I'm not gonna say standoffish, but they're super strict and secure. And I believe they offer drop shipping as well. Yeah, I think they have a drop shipping program as well. But you just have to register for it. So you would have to have your business license and stuff like that. Now I'm just being repetitive, but that's okay. All right. And then the last one I have for this video is C Star. And with that one, it really just stands for C is a star. And they pride themselves in making you feel like you're a superstar and making your customers feel like they're a superstar. So they're really big on like customer service. So that's great. They're really big on customer service. So that means that anything you need, they will cater to you. You know what I mean? Like it feels good when you're doing business with someone and they're like, oh, if you need this, we got this. If you need that, we got that. It feels really good. It's like you just feel taken care of. You feel appreciated. You feel good about your vendor. You know what I mean? Like it feels nice to feel good about your vendor and secure about your vendor. You know what I mean? So yeah, when you're working with someone, you want them to like, you want a good relationship with them, and they make that a priority, which is freaking fantastic. Freaking fantastic. With them, you also have to register before you can really look too much into anything, which is okay because, you know, I understand. They just want to make sure that they're working with legit businesses and someone who's not just trying to make fast money off of something and then dump them. You know what I mean? They're big on customer service because they're investing in your partnership. They're making sure that you both benefit. So they don't want anyone who's just gonna like come try to make fast money and leave. You know what I mean? So that's why they have you register with your business license and blah, 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 because they want to make sure you are serious. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this video wrapped up. With all of that being said, definitely check out these vendors and look into them. If you want any more tips or you have any questions or you have any anything that you want me to look into that does wholesale or anything like that, like if you wanted to find furniture wholesale or something like that, let me know so I can look into that for you guys. And I can figure out what all you will need for that, because most of my videos will be directed towards retail and stuff like that. And mine's is more on the beauty side. So just let me know if you want me to branch out and explore. I have no issue with that. It's always fun to learn these things. And so also I will have the links to all of these sites in the description below. I will also have my website in the description below, just in case you guys wanted to check that out. Self-advertisement. Check us out. Check out Charismatic. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank you guys for watching. You all have a great day and come back. Love you guys. Bye.